Welcome to the Luke and Connor podcast featuring Luke Charlier, that is me, and Connor Miller.
That is me.
That's like our intro. That's gonna be like famous in 3 years. People are gonna be like,
No, it's
welcome to the Jim and Tim podcast. That is so gay, man. I am so tired. I'm just gonna
Jim
say
and
that.
I'm Tim.
Jimin? Shout out Jim and Ryu. I'm just gonna start off this episode by saying I'm super tired and I'm cold. So I'm probably going to say things that are out of pocket because when I'm tired, I always say things that I shouldn't be saying. So this is probably going to be the cancellation of Luke and Connor podcast because of my mistakes. But that being said, today's episode is about the creative process behind Luke and Connor Instagram account. So basically what we're going to do is we're just going to start from the beginning of our account. Not the deleted posts or anything, just the beginning of modern day Luke and Connor.
Just the bottom of our feed right now.
Yeah, and just go through all the posts and just describe like how we did things back then and how we do things now. So this is kind of a nerdier episode, I guess. So many people won't care about it, but it's fun to talk about. And it's easy to do unscripted since we were kind of busy this week, so we didn't really have time to get to like writing a review about an album or something. But
yeah.
I'm sure next week we'll actually have a real music review podcast, but for now this is kind of just a filler episode.
Yeah, hopefully, but I'm also busy next week, so
Yeah, it's
we'll
so
see.
dumb. I don't like school, but whatever.
Yeah.
You can We're making 21 cents, so it's not like I can quit school for this.
Yeah. Not yet. But we're probably not going to go through all our posts because we did that one night and it took us like 3 hours. We're just going to like talk about them in general and then go into
we're gonna
specific.
talk about like the highlights, I guess.
Yeah.
Just
like
things
the
that catch
weekend.
our eye. That's not even. Why did we do a reel on that? That was kind of weird. That wasn't even an album. That was a greatest hits.
I don't know. I kind of was just wanted like
You wanted
to
to
get
hype off the
popular
Super
after
Bowl,
the hype, yeah.
and then we realized that we weren't even posting reels the right way, so it got like 6 likes.
Yeah.
But
Sad.
you live and you learn. Okay, let's just start off right off the bat with our first post, which actually has nothing to do with Connor, because the way we used to run our account was way different. Like, it was like we were not connected whatsoever. Like, I would post a review and it would just be me talking, and Connor would post a review and it'd be just him talking. I have no idea why we did it that way, but we did.
Yeah.
It just made it super confusing. Like, people were like, wait, and they just got confused on like what opinions were what. And like, ever since, when was the first time we actually did an album review where we both contributed? I think it was my turn. Wait, no, it wasn't. It was Eternal Take.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first time. That wasn't like a discography review or anything, but
Yeah.
I'm kind of getting offhand already. But 1999 was a horrible post. Like, the only good thing about it is the last slide, which I kind of like, because I made it like the cover art, but it said 8 out of 10. It was pretty cool. But other than that, it just looks like a bad slideshow presentation, and the text isn't. We never centered the text right. Like, we never center aligned it. We would have it to the left, so it looked like what it would be like on a paper, and it just looked weird. Like,
Yeah.
when I'm looking at this 1999 post, it just like reminds me of like a slideshow presentation that I would make in 3rd grade for like a chemical reaction. We did not do that in 3rd grade for like multiplication. I don't know.
Yeah. These are like when we were still bad at Photoshop. But the 8 out of 10, that's like what inspired our editing today. Because I remember like texting you and saying like, oh, we should like continue this style of like making like, I don't know, like variations of the album cover, I guess, or just taking like inspiration from it and like
Yeah.
changing it around. I don't know how to even explain it.
Yeah, we never really had like a template that we use for every post like some pages do, which some like there's disadvantages and advantage to that. Like, when you have a template, you can like make a post every day if you want to really easily, and also it like creates consistency with your editing. Like if you have a really good template, it's just like what's that guy's name? I don't even know how to say his name. I think it's Mike Check IG. It's like MICC.
I don't know. I know who you're talking about though.
It's he did the. You always comment on his posts because you comment on everybody's posts. Mike Check IG. I doubt he's listening to this because I don't even think he follows us. But he just has like a simple template and it's really good.
Yeah.
And it's just clean and looks nice. But when it comes to our stuff, since we don't have a template, we have to like individually edit every single post, which sometimes can look really cool, like with some of our posts, at least in my opinion. But sometimes it can just not really work.
Yeah.
And some of those posts we'll talk about if we think about them. But we'll see. Gosh, dude, I'm already rambling.
I know. I was just gonna say now that you
I'm so
ended that
tired.
rant. So basically, like at the start of our page, for the 1999, 1999. I'm tired too, just so y'all know. But for our first post, we kind of like combined our opinions, cause I remember like, we made a Google Doc and like Luke put the songs in order, and we were like both changing them around and stuff, and like trying to figure out the order we both agreed on. And then like, I don't know if you just made the score, or I think I like agreed with 8 out of 10 or whatever, but we were like trying to combine our opinions into one post, which was kind of weird.
Yeah,
And
we
then
shouldn't have gone for the name Luke and Connor if we were trying to do that. You
yeah,
know?
yeah. And then like later on, we were just doing like individual posts. Like I made Channel Orange review, and like Luke didn't have any part in it. And then just like stuff like that, where like it'd just be one of us editing and like our opinions on it.
Speaking of Channel Orange review, that's like our first iconic spelling mistake. Supper Rich Kids at number one.
Bro, I always
Connor's,
spell that wrong.
it's so Supper Rich Kids. And I remember everybody, like from our school, just like made fun of us for this review because you put pyramids at 9 or something. It had 6 likes. The comment had 6 likes and the post had 36 likes. So 1/6 of the people who saw that were just like, what is Connor doing? Imperial
Yeah.
Review was the first one you did, which was also pretty cool. I remember I could not figure out how to get rid of the text on the Imperial thing, and then you did it. I was like, okay, thank the Lord.
I did
And
it, but
then,
I did such a crappy job.
yeah, you did, but you did better than me because I didn't even do it. So,
Yeah.
and then I think our first like break into the era we are today was Tyler the Creator discography ranking
Yeah. I agree.
because oh, man, that was when you were on the left.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
And
Because
when
you edited it first and you put yourself on the left. I'm like, dude, it's Luke and Connor, not Connor and Luke. So we changed it back because we thought it would confuse people or something. It was more just like I wanted to be on the left.
Luke wanted to be first, cause
Yeah, that was really the only reason. It wasn't just like because it would confuse the fans. I just have like a superiority complex. But
yeah,
this
it's
is,
fucked up.
I think this was a pretty good post,
Yeah.
especially for the time. Like I think all the slides look nice. We were super proud of it back then.
Yeah, I remember we made the whole thing on FaceTime, like while listening to the albums and stuff.
Yeah, we just thought we were next level. I only edited one like actual slide on this. I only did
Goblin, right?
Bastard.
Oh,
No, I
wait,
did
no,
Bastard. You did Goblin.
Yeah. You did, bro. Okay, like you can't say you put you put Connor on the right to not confuse people, when like instead of doing Connor's ranking, you did Connor's rating,
Bro,
and
I
then
always mix up those words.
and then I did Connor's list. So like they weren't even consistent at all through this.
Yeah, it was a train wreck.
Yeah.
Charlie review was like our first non-hip hop review. I was so proud of it at the time. I was like, we're not just hip hop guys. We do pop music too.
Yeah.
And I actually like this post a lot. I don't know why. It's just kind of, it holds a special place in my heart. I remember making it. It's just good vibes. I like this album a lot. but Connor didn't contribute to it because this was still in the era where me and Connor were like separated on our album reviews.
Yeah.
Gosh, I wish we could just go back in time and erase that era. That was so stupid.
Nah, that was our roots.
Yeah, shut up. I think so. If Tyler the Creator is like our first baby steps into our next era, the Decade Wrapped post was like, I don't know, our first toddler steps. Like it was like the next level. We were pushing the envelope as much as we could at the time, and I did like it's like kind of our new thing, our yearly tradition where we like make it like a diagonal. But I didn't do it for Connors because it took me forever to edit that and figure out how to do that. It looks really
Yeah.
bad in retrospect, but at the time everybody was hyping it up, and I was so proud of it.
Were people
But
actually hyping it up?
yeah, people were like, this is such an edited well post. And then I didn't even do it for Connors because I was like, you've got to be
Yeah.
kidding me.
And
You
now
have
mine looks better in retrospect.
Yeah, mine's
It's
a little
just easier
messy.
to read.
Mine's a
Yeah.
little all over the place, but it's kind of cool. Like I'm still proud of the Yeezus part. That took me forever to do because I had to like recolor everything. I'm not really proud of it, but I'm glad I figured out how to do it back then, I guess.
Yeah. Bro, I really had Forest Hills Drive on my best of the decade.
So sad. We had 146 likes on this. That was easily actually no, it wasn't easily because of Tyler the Creator review, but other than those two posts, we were kind of just slumping. Like we barely ever got likes back then. Like there's
Yeah.
more likes now on it because people will go back to the beginning of our page and like every post. Shout out to those people. Those people are literally the best people on earth.
Yeah.
I love you guys. And then 2 posts later, we continued the discography ranking, trying to go off that hype. And it was Travis Scott discography ranking. And I feel like this is like our most, this one and Metro Boomin are like our most like overlooked posts. Like I feel like no one even realized we did this.
Yeah, true. The editing
Especially,
on the Metro Boomin one, like,
kind of
it's
sucks.
yeah, but it's like for the time, it's better than than all the posts around it.
Oh yeah, it was. I don't know why I said it kind of sucks. I was just thinking about the first slide,
Yeah, the
19
first
and
slide
Boomin.
is bad, but the
Yeah,
rest of it is
Savage Mode slide. That I feel like that's when I just like fell in love with Photoshop. Like that when I edited that slide, I was literally so happy. Like I was so proud of it, and I just became devoted to the art. And I remember we had like a big dispute on the Metro Boomin one over.
perfect timing.
Yeah, we were like debating on like what logo was better. I think mine won, right? Or did you just like say I'm doing mine?
No, yours won.
I'm
I still think mine looked better, and I don't even remember what it looked like. I just remember that mine looked better.
well, I thought mine looked better obviously, and then I went and like asked a bunch of anonymous sources and I didn't like tell anybody and they said the one I liked was better, so
Yeah,
that's how it was
messed up.
decided. Um we kind of got ahead of ourselves cuz the City Morgue one was probably actually when I first fell in love with editing. I know I
I
said it was a
was
savage mode, but Connor wasn't included on this one either. But
yeah.
I just remember like I don't know. I made it in graphic design class. I remember that. I was in graphic design class in last year listening to City Morgan. I decided I'm going to do a double review and I grounded out this entire post in one period.
The
Which
summary and all.
yeah, I did everything in one period. Well, the thing is for graphic design since it's at like the tech center or whatever, the periods are like the length of like 1.5 period.
Oh,
But still, that's pretty good for, but
yeah,
especially because I wasn't that great of an editor back then.
yeah.
But
I
especially
remember
the City Morgue Volume 2 one, I don't know why it just hits different. It reminds me of like a scary carnival.
the white one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't remind me of that, but I remember when like you posted this, I was just so jealous of the editing on it. I was like, dang, I really gotta up my game, cause like I used to edit. The way I would choose albums to review is I would literally choose albums that would be the easiest to edit, and then I would just go from there. So like I thought I was like, oh, I'm so good at editing. My posts look way better than Luke's, but I was really just like choosing the easiest ones to do.
Shaking
And then
your
you
head,
did that,
Connor.
and I was like, dang, I gotta like get better at this now.
The Velvet Underground one, that was after the Metro Boomin one. That one was like our first. Like we had like a series of posts where we just kind of covered like iconic albums, like iconic, like I guess
Yeah,
rate your music albums, like the ones that like everybody listens to. We
that
did
was all
like
you. I didn't do any of
yeah,
them.
Connor wasn't involved with these either, which I wish he was back then. I keep saying that. It's one of my, I guess it's one of my biggest Luke and Connor regrets is our separatedness, but it's because Connor
Yeah,
didn't want to bump them. Back then
yeah,
he was all hip hop. Now he's branching out, and I'm proud of him for it. But back then he was like, "Wait, Drake's not featured on this? What? There's no experimental hip hop roots." I remember when he first liked Death Grips, and I was literally so hype. I was like, "It's finally happening."
I know, cause I hated it for so long, and I was like, this is not good. And then you were on FaceTime, I think, and you were just like, and then you caught it stuck in my head, and then I listened to the song, and bro, it just clicked like all of a sudden, and it was hype. Can't deny it. But
Honestly,
you
this
did like a row of like all the like most memorable albums or whatever, like popular ones, and then we followed it up with my turn review.
bruh, the this row of posts, Metro Boomin, Velvet Underground, and Dream collabs is an underrated row, TBH, because the Dream collab post got so much likes, especially for how many followers we had,
Yeah,
242 likes. To put that in perspective, our EP and EP2 review got 213 likes,
yeah,
which is
like
probably our best edited post, and like we fell off likes wise. I'll just say that. No, I'm just kidding. That post just did really well for the time.
yeah. That's if we like posted that now and it got that many likes, that'd be good. Like for right now,
hmm
like above average.
I think if we posted this post right now, it would get like 100 likes. We just got lucky.
Yeah, it was just like the algorithm that just probably favored this post because there's really nothing
I
special
like.
with it.
I used to convince myself it was because of the last post because I thought I was like some comedic. Honestly, it's still kind of funny. The last slide is still pretty funny. It's dream collabs between artists, and the last one is between Radiohead and Future. And I have like all these like descriptions on like why they would be good collabs. And then the picture is of bald Tom York and Future, and it's just like this little Asian boy. And then the description of it is just the lyrics to Rap God.
Wait, is that not actually Future?
Oh, I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, but Future's actually the one on the left. Tom York is a little Asian boy.
Wait, no, is the little Asian boy Future?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You made it sound like he wasn't, and it was just some random Asian boy.
This is so cringe. I'm too tired for this type of comedy right now.
It's okay.
And then honestly, this was a legendary move by my part. I followed that post up with Lil Pump's self-titled review and gave it an 8 out of 10. That's still an 8 out of 10. That's a banger album. I don't care what anybody says. But it got a lot of traction to our page, so I'm like, I just need a controversial move to like get everybody pissed.
The glow
And
part too.
and then I did the Glow Part 2. Why was I so legendary back then? Lil Pump review, then Glow Part 2 review. This was like when Connor was like starting to like stop caring about the account for like a month.
Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah,
I
I kinda
actually went
didn't
on a
post
streak.
anything.
We
Wait,
actually went on a streak here between Metro Boomin post all the way to It's Always Sunny post.
a
Like
streak
we
for
went on,
what?
which is like a good streak of posts, and then we
Oh,
did My Turn review, which I think might be one of our worst posts.
yeah, probably.
It's not a good album. I don't think it's a one out of. We would give things ones and zeros out of tens just to like piss people off back in the day,
Yeah.
but it
I was
didn't
like,
piss
what would you
anybody
actually
off.
rank this album? And you were just like 0 out of 10. And that's what you said at first, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna give it a 1, because gotta at least give it
It
something.
does suck. I hate this album.
Yeah, me too.
The deluxe songs aren't that bad though. I'll say that just so people don't get too mad.
I haven't even heard the deluxe. It's all
That's the one.
trash. Don't listen to this album.
That's the one. Connor, the deluxe has the song called "It's We Paid." Do you know that song?
No, I don't. I'm not a Lil Baby fan.
It's the
Not
one where
really.
it's like the whistle. I can't even recreate it because I'm bad at like recreating songs off the top of my
What's
head.
it
But it
called?
has a whistle in it, and it has 42 Doug, and he's like, "Yeah, yeah, is it? Yeah, we paid." Yeah, that song.
I know that
Okay.
song.
Yeah, I like that song honestly.
Yeah.
It's actually it's okay. I like 42 Doug on it. He has a
It's
cool
just
vocal performance.
I just like the beat on it. I don't even remember his vocal performance.
And then I did on this still talking about this streak of posts. I did Kid A review, which was I went try hard on the summary. I thought I was like some like critical god for making this, but I just like described each song. But I actually like this post a lot still because Kid A is my favorite album of all time, so I had to talk about it. It did pretty well. And then the Veteran Plus All My Heroes Are Cornball double review. All My Heroes Are Cornball. All My Heroes Are Cornballs double review. I should have included you on this one, but this one
Yeah.
also I was super proud of because of the first couple slides. I also made this one all in one period too. Both of the double reviews were one period masterpieces.
I
Just
bet
to
I could
just
do
to point
the
out.
JPEG Mafia one in one period.
Yeah,
Not write it though.
yeah, I wrote it too. I wrote both summaries in one period plus all that. The only thing I used to be proud of like the desktop thing for some reason. I thought it was pretty cool. It doesn't really age that well to me. The only thing that I am proud of nowadays is probably like how I made the 8.8 out of 10. You know, how I like made it like in the pixel art. I think that's kind of a cool idea.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, it's kind of a miss.
Didn't you like change the? Oh, you didn't. I thought you did. In the background, you did. You changed more of like the apps on the screen and
Oh
stuff.
yeah. I also made like a phone background that was kind of like this post. So I think you're just thinking of that.
Yeah, that's what I am thinking of. You did like 3 phone backgrounds, and then you just
Oh
stopped
yeah.
doing that.
It's just because I had like I would just do those in graphic design too. I would just have ideas and I'd be like, I'm gonna make this a phone background.
Oh,
And some people like them. Maybe I'll make some. If you want more phone backgrounds, comment down below. No one's gonna comment
no
except
one
for
can
Spencer.
comment.
Spencer's a goat. We love you.
Yeah,
He's the
love
only
you.
one who comments. Um, and then it's always sunny post. That's like the last one in this big streak. I also Jesus Christ, I was such a beast back then. I did all those posts that I did this post and the JPEG Mafia one all in one period.
Dang.
I wrote every single thing. What was wrong with me? Why was I like so fast back then? Now I'm pretty slow, but
You're like obsessed with this show, though.
yeah, I love this show. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. That's why I love it so much.
Yeah.
And then
Bro, my
the next
dad was telling me, he was like, "Have you ever seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?" And I'm like, "No." And he told me me and him should watch it someday.
did you tell him that I'm a super fan?
Yeah, I told him how you're obsessed with it.
That's funny. And
Yeah.
then the next row, we followed up like that big streak of successful posts, especially for how many followers we had at the time with My Turn review, which flopped. It got
Yeah.
100 likes, and then
I was
Eternal
just,
Take.
I was just like, I haven't posted in so long. Like, I have to do something.
Oh yeah, let's
So I
see how
was
long
like,
your drought was. Technically speaking, it was from February 16th to March 4th.
yeah,
Not that bad, but if we're talking about like actual things where you
yeah,
contributed more than just a discography ranking, I think the 2019 recap, so January 20th, because I didn't do anything on the 2019 recap editing wise.
you didn't?
No, you
Oh,
made
yeah,
that one.
yeah, I
You
meant this
completely
one.
made that one. I remember you posted it at the end of when it was the end of school for me. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. And
Uh,
then I know we said we're not going to talk about every post, but we basically have been. But I'm still going to talk about Redburn's review. This one was kind of interesting because I like posted a sticker on our story and I said, whoever posts the first album, that album will get a review. And I did
mhm.
it, and I did it in the period. What was wrong with me? Why did I always do that? I would not do my work. I would do Luke and Connor, but
Yeah, I was
I still
just,
got, I
uh,
still got an A in the class. It's just because I could finish my project in like 3 days, because Luke and Connor like trained me in Photoshop so well.
Yeah, I was
that I
just
could
gonna
like.
say, like, how did you actually get stuff done in this class? Like, were the did you ever do an assignment that was also a post, like for the class?
No, but I did
No.
make. We had to like make name tags for like our portfolio, and I made mine like the testing cover. So that's pretty cool.
Oh. Oh yeah, I remember that. This Red Burns review still like has good editing though.
It's
It's not
okay.
it's
I
not
hate
like
my handwriting.
amazing, but
I hate my handwriting because I handwrit the like tracks ranked in like summary.
yeah, it's bad, but like it fits the aesthetic, so
Yeah,
it's not bad. Except
I
for how crooked the tracks ranked was.
well that's because that's how the album cover is.
Yeah.
Like look at the first slide because we used to do the album cover as the first slide. Before this was like, right now
Oh.
we're in the no feed era. I should have said that at the beginning. This is like where we didn't have a feed. We would just post random pictures as the front cover, like the
Yeah.
cool feed. The next post is Lil Uzi Vert versus the World 2, which is currently our number one most liked post. I don't know. I don't. I don't know how you feel about it because I'm pretty sure you did all the editing for this, but
Yeah, I did.
I don't
So
want it to be our number one post.
I know, yeah, we've definitely made better since this. But this post was originally gonna be um Eternal a take, and you straight up were just like, no, the editing's bad. And then you just remade it all yourself. And I was like, okay, I don't really care because yours came out better. And then he dropped the deluxe, and I was like, oh, this is
This
perfect.
is so awesome.
And I just used the editing and just posted it like quickly. And I just pretty much was just all off the hype of the album.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of Lil Uzi Vert stands on our page. Nothing could be better, right? Well, you know how I was talking about how we were so smart with our posts and like what we posted?
Yeah, we were
This is
geniuses.
we were not smart right here. The next thing we posted after Lil Uzi Vert, so we have all these trap stands on our page, is Earl Sweatshirt discography ranking. Like, what were we
Very
thinking?
fitting.
Like, I love Earl Sweatshirt, don't get me wrong, but I don't think kids named Tyler who only listen to Nav and Lil Uzi Vert mess with Earl Sweatshirt. So they're like, they just follow the page, like, wow, this page has pretty cool editing. And then they see East at number one on Connor's list. They're like, what the? And then they just unfollow. Wait, you didn't? Yeah, you did. You put East at number one.
Yeah.
That was a pretty good troll, but I
Yeah.
don't think anybody really believed it.
Honestly, when East comes on now, like, I don't even like it doesn't even stand out anymore.
I don't know why.
Like,
I just like it. I never hated on it like people did. It's. I feel like this is what I always said to defend it. Like as an actual song that you would bump, yeah, it's not the prettiest thing on the world, but like as an actual piece of art, it's good because like the beat is so like disoriented and like ugly sounding because the lyrics are literally so like depressing and like it sounds like what he's talking about, you know what I mean?
yeah. I remember when I listened to this album, like East came on, and I was literally like, "What the hell am I listening to?" And I like replayed the song halfway through because I just had to comprehend it better. I was like, "Is it like this is Earl Sweatshirt's new album? What am I listening to?"
And then El Toro Combo Meal came on, you're like, all right, this is okay.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Yeah.
I didn't even put East at last, so that I think that says something about how I feel about that song.
Yeah. I was just gonna say you didn't even put it at last.
And then the next post was making a 10 out of 10 trap project. Pretty cool post with deep bass music.
Yeah.
And then
My
we
album
did.
cover was legendary.
Oh yeah, our album covers were pretty cool. I like mine, the Glow Part 3 with all those random. Dude! Marmaduke. That was our thing back then. We thought that was so funny.
Yeah. Bro, he is funny. What are you talking about?
It was pretty funny. We would just post random pictures of Marmaduke the dog.
Do you
And just
remember
weird.
Do you remember that night when we like stayed up super late and we made like the chain of Marmaduke
Yeah,
in
that was so
Instagram
awesome.
DMs?
It was so
Yeah.
cool. It was like a light tunnel going into Marmaduke. I just
Yeah.
remember I would just go into random group chats and I would like just select 10 images of Marmaduke and send them and then just leave the chat. It was I don't know why, it's just so funny to send random pictures and then just like say nothing about them. just like
Yeah.
send just random ass pictures. And we also started like this Marmaduke like hate chain. That was so funny. Like, like you sent a picture of Marmaduke and like all the dogs, and I was like, I hope they get crushed by a meteorite. You know, damn, we were at our peak back then in our no
Yeah.
feed era.
Low key, like, I bet if we went back to no feed, like, we would probably do better. Cause I
Yeah,
feel like
maybe.
just like the plain album cover, like, when it's like a hyped album, I think it does really good with that.
Yeah, I agree. Except for After Hours, I kind of actually that did okay.
Yeah.
Hell or High Water, that's that's up there for one of our worst posts.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I don't even like this album or this editing.
There basically is no edit. No offense, but this is just like
It's literally just the background. I remember, see
this is
how
pretty.
there's like art for it that's like the drawing of the cars, and I was gonna like try to add it at the bottom of it and like make it look all cool, and I was like, nah, fuck that, this album's trash, I don't even care about editing this good. So I just posted that because I just wanted to be done with it.
Yeah, I'd say that might be our worst post, but we still have a lot to get through.
Yeah.
Now we're starting like I call this like the random feed bars, I guess. Just like the random like three post strings of just a cool little feed thing. It's not like a continuous feed forever.
Yeah, this we somewhat got organized because we would get like 3 posts ready and then
Oh
post
yeah.
them like one like each day in a row.
I
So
forgot
for
we did that.
yeah, so for 3 days we would just have posts.
That was why did we do that? Like that was pretty cool, but the thing
Yeah,
is it just created such a gap between the
when we
next
didn't
row of
post.
posts. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the first row post, there's really not much to say, except that's the first ranking random things, which is a legendary series on Luke and Connor.
we haven't done one in so long.
It's probably for the better, but
Yeah,
when we run out of ideas, it's coming. Part four is coming when we're out of ideas.
yeah, that's what we always say. And honestly, like I'm surprised we haven't run out of ideas yet.
Yeah, it's a legendary run. We've gone like so many posts without ranking things. If you see a ranking random things, that means we are completely out of ideas and we have no idea what we're doing, and
Yeah,
we are considering retiring from Luke and Connor.
I don't know about that, but it's definitely bottom of the barrel post.
Yeah, so the first feed we had was just purple. Nothing. It wasn't cool at all. We just were like, we need to have cool backgrounds. And then the next one we did was Evil Dead review, which was the only time in our feed where we had posts that aren't posts. They're just like there.
Yeah, I always think about that. I'm like, we should get rid of this row so it's like not
It's
posts.
just it looks cool though.
Yeah, and I like the editing on the review is kind of cool too.
Yeah, I like it. Matt likes movies. What the hell is wrong with you? 4 out of 10, boy. What is wrong with you? The next row we have is just it was like a cartoon font. I like this. This was like our first like good row of it that actually had 3 posts.
Yeah,
We had Astro World review, which I remember when I edited, I thought it was super cool, but looking back at it, it's kind of hard to read.
yeah, it is.
And then OK Computer review. I remember I listened to this album like 3 times in a row while playing Rocket League, and then I made this review. And then Yes Sir Whatever review. Let's go. I think this is kind of the first. This is like the first like non-new. Actually, no, it's not.
Why'd you say
No,
let's
it's not.
go?
No, it's not.
Like,
This did well.
Why'd you say let's go?
I don't know. It just did well. Back in the, I just like this one. It was not even that good. I just like the final slide. It did like super well for the time. It got 150 likes, but it had like 3 comments. It was so weird.
Yeah, bro, I just remember being at like Market 32 pushing grocery carts around and listening to this album and like ranking it.
Oh,
For
this
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 review.
album just had such a distinct vibe for me too. I remember I
Yeah.
was listening to it in my front yard, like just looking at the sun. It was pretty cool. This was like this was about right when like the virus started, coronavirus or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, April. This was April 5th. When did it start? Like March. So
I don't
I
even
think
know.
technically our first I think I got out of school like like mid to late March, so I'm guessing like around the after hours review is when coronavirus started, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's
So
weird, like thinking the after hours review is so like is still in the no feed era, because I feel like the no feed and like just starting the 3 rows seems like so much longer before
yeah,
after hours even came out.
the no feed era is pretty long. Like there you can like divide the no feed era into like three different areas of like how we did things.
Yeah,
So that says something about it. But I think we started to stay pretty consistent from this point on. Like we didn't really have weird ways of doing things. We definitely did for some things, but there was times where I would just leave you out of posts. For instance,
yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, every song of Kendrick Lamar ranked. This was such a fun post to do. I should do something like this again. I don't know why it was so fun. I think there's a good reason why I left you out though, because imagine seeing two
Yeah,
like 100 long lists, a
it'd
100
definitely be
long.
weird.
Yeah, it would be really hard to keep track of what is what. I still stand by my list pretty accurately today. I think I just put Money Trees pretty low. That's the only thing I might change. Actually, no. I'm keeping it where it is. This was a great post. I like this post.
Yeah, the editing just kind of sucks, but like,
It doesn't. The editing's okay. I'm gonna say it's okay. That's all I'm gonna say. Like
okay.
once you hit the top five, that's where it really peaks. The
Yeah, the
editing's
top
amazing.
5 is cool, but the
Yeah,
rest is
everything
boring.
else is kind of mid. And then Supreme Blind Tell review.
It's Blintelli.
Blintelli. That's
Just
probably how
kidding.
West Side Gun says it.
That's how I always think of it in my head.
This was a flop, but this was kind of a defining post for our like musical taste because we went through a pretty big West Side Gun phase, me and Connor,
Yeah, bro, looking
especially
at my
during
track
quarantine.
ranking, like, this was just like nostalgic
I know
this
it was.
time.
I just remember there's like a mobile version of Animal Crossing,
Uh huh.
and I would play that a lot while listening to this album and listening to what was it called? Grimes? What the hell? What was it called? Grimes? I'm too tired for this. It was what's Visions by Grimes. I listened to that album a lot while playing Animal
Oh,
Crossing too. And
I
then we
used
have
to,
so
I used to listen like It's so weird. West Side Gun was my shower music. Like I listened to Supreme Blientele in the shower, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good." And then I didn't listen to it till the next time I went in my shower because it was a vibe, and I was
that's
just trying to
funny.
like recapture the moment. And so I only listened to it in the shower like 3 times, and then I was like, "Huh, maybe I could like listen to this not in the shower."
I don't really do that, but I definitely have albums I like specifically go to while I'm doing dishes. Like Good Kid, Mad City, and The Powers That Be. While you're doing dishes, I don't know why they just hit so much different. Like I can just like I'm in a different universe when I'm listening to those albums while doing dishes.
This is like the only time I ever had an album that was like specifically for a time. Except for when I'm like cleaning my room or something, then I'll play either Death Grips or JPEG Mafia.
So you can go fast.
Yeah, I swear it literally speeds me up. I get like all glitchy and I'm like go 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 and just like moving around like a robot everywhere. I can't explain it.
Just to add on to this tangent, Death Grips is probably like some of the best workout music. People always like saying, if you listen to Death Grips, you need to go outside. I swear, like, there's like a big like bodybuilding scene in this community for some reason, and they all listen to Death Grips when they work out. I'm like, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, it does.
Speaking about the feed, just for this 3 post stretch, it was like the bar feed, and this is one of my personal favorite feeds I've ever made. It's just so cool to me for some reason. It just looks super clean. Connor doesn't like it though, but I
Yeah, I
like
don't
it.
like it. The only reason I don't like it is because Supreme Blientele, like, he sticks out so much. You should have made him smaller.
I don't know. It's cool.
Like the West
No,
Side
I
Gun
couldn't make them
is.
smaller. That's the thing, cause the gun cuts off at the top.
Oh yeah, yeah,
But
that's
I still
why.
like how it looks.
I
It's like
don't.
you're, it's like you're transmitting universes.
I like
And
the
then
next 3 though.
yeah, the next 3 I like too. Didn't we like collab on this one? This was like one of the first feeds where we actually worked together.
Yeah, so I basically made the whole thing, and then I just didn't know what to do with the Playboy Cardi ones, because there was only one Playboy Cardi, like where he's flipping, and then where it's from the self-titled where it's just him. So like I
Uh-huh.
basically made it all, and then I sent it to you, and
And
you
I
just
just
like
tripled
tripled
them.
them up. Yeah.
And then I added that a Tribe Called Quest logo and called it a day. The thing
What?
that it's actually
No,
sad.
I added that.
Oh, you did? I swear
Yeah.
I did. I
The
guess not.
the green circle,
Yeah, I guess you did. I swear. I think I just moved it or something. I definitely like
probably.
repositioned it. But this is one of our saddest rows because both of the Playboy Cardi posts like flopped. And
Yeah.
another thing that adds to the sadness of the Playboy Cardi post is we did this because we were convinced Whole Lotta Red was gonna drop like the next week.
Oh
We are like,
yeah, I forgot about that.
even the caption for Dial says, "Are you guys hyped for Whole Lotta Red?" It didn't drop until Christmas. We were
Yeah.
so off. I like the "We got it from here. Thank you for your service" post though.
Yeah, me too. I think I edited this one.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it's simple, but like it looks good.
Next next row we have like a this is part of like the random bars era, I guess, but it's its own little thing. This is where we were kind of getting like we were posting a lot at this time since it was quarantine, since we had nothing better to do. We would just edit out posts all day and we would post a lot back then. But
Yeah. This is when we had like more post ideas than we did feed ideas.
yeah,
We always go through like whenever we're in these three like the little row feeds, we always go through like these phases of having either too many post ideas and not enough feed ideas, or just like we're 3 weeks in advance with feeds and then we just have no post.
yeah, it's really annoying.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm actually like way better at just creating post ideas. I just take a shower and just think for like 10 minutes and then I have like an entire list of post ideas. I don't know why, but that's
Yeah,
just
I
how it
think I've
works.
been getting better at it too.
So for this like row of 3, we got lazy and we're just like we're going to make this. So it started off as Bloods versus Crips rappers, which when you take out the top two, this is one of our coolest rows, but the top two exist so it just kind of ruins it.
Yeah.
So the right, for people who don't know, the right side is blue and the left side is red, and the middle post is Blood versus Crip rappers, which is I think one of my favorite posts I've ever made. Even though I got such a bad headache after editing it, because I edited it all on like the bandana, and
Yeah.
it took a toll on my eyesight. Like I don't know why, but the last slide is pretty legendary. Not the last, the second to last with Bjork versus NF. I was
Oh
just
yeah.
my I was just mentally deranged at the time because my eyes are super tired and I just thought of two random things. And I was bumping a lot of Bjork, so there we have it. And then we have Pray for Paris review, which also makes sense because it's on the red side, and Pray for Paris, West Side Gun is a blood, I think. So that's pretty cool. This post had a somewhat cool editing, but I messed up
What'd you
because
mess up on?
I cut out the things and I thought I filled the
Oh yeah.
background with the right color, but when you turn your brightness all the way up, you can see like I cut it out super super bad.
Yeah.
But when you have your brightness low, it looks cool.
Uh-huh. I like how you like did the X's on his eyes though.
Yeah, I don't even know why I did that, but it looks cool. I did like this like weird brush over his eyes too.
Oh yeah.
The next post we have, which is a post that will be coming in May, the part 2 to this, is our Luke and Connor freshman list. Which is kind of sad because injury reserve is on this, and Groggs died, so rip, man.
Oh
It's
yeah.
sad. I put 645 AR on this. I remember that. He's the dude that's like or whatever his song
Bro,
is.
there's a time where I would literally just only talk in that voice and my girlfriend was getting so annoyed and I was like trying to sing the songs and stuff and I just could not do it. But also like by the end I low key like was good at it. Like I kinda started to develop my voice to be able to go that high. But it also started to hurt, so like it was taking a toll on me.
This is this post also features one of my poorly aged takes when I called Blade bad. Yeah, now
Dang.
Blade's like one of my top streamed artists. So
Yeah.
whatever. And then Dark Lane demo tapes. This post really flopped and it made me sad. Especially because I'm pretty sure you worked pretty hard on it too.
I didn't like work super hard on it. It was just I like was watching videos on Photoshop and I just like put a lot of new like ideas onto it, I guess. And it was kind of experimental. And
And then it
I was
got
just
70
proud of the
likes.
editing, and then it got 71 likes. Yeah.
It's because you didn't. I was like at my girlfriend's house at the time, so I wasn't really caring about Luke and Connor music review. And you posted it, and I'm pretty sure you just didn't put it on the story
Oh,
or something, or like, cause back in the day, you weren't on your grind when it came to Luke and Connor marketing.
I was or I wasn't.
You weren't.
Oh no, I wasn't at all. But getting better, so
The
it's
next
okay.
post is we're gonna make a sequel to this post for our next post. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. I'm guessing Connor is gonna take his time with the editing for this podcast, so that
No.
post will probably be out by
Oh,
the time
yeah.
that this podcast comes out. But whatever. Sometimes Connor can edit these fast. We'll see. And then Vespertine review. Love that album. Best self-titled projects. Not much to say about that. 444 review. That's like the sequel to Dark Lane demo tapes because that kind of flopped too.
Yeah.
And the caption, "This is Black Excellence." I think we
remember.
just did that off like a bet. We are just like, bet you won't caption this, and like, yeah, I will.
Probably. I thought that was funny.
We posted this on like Mother's Day. I'm pretty sure. I just remember like going on a date with my mom, like not with on a date, but like we like went to like this weird park. We went on this long walk with my family, and I was
Oh.
listening to "Chocolate Girl" by Animal Collective.
Bro, I went to an Animal Collective concert one time. It's
Oh
insane.
God!
But the
Solace
next,
review.
yeah, the next row, this was like the hype. Like me and Luke were both hyped for this row, the pink feed with the Igor review,
Oh yeah,
Solus and Stars review.
it didn't really live up to the hype that
It
we.
didn't. We were, we were basically expecting to edit it how I edit stuff now, like the Igor review. We were like, oh, we're gonna animate it and make
Yeah.
it so good.
It's okay, so I'm gonna just tell a story real quick. After Effects is like Photoshop, but with time, so you can animate stuff.
Yeah.
And I downloaded it since I had it like on my school account, like I could get it for free. And I made this. I learned After Effects and did this entire post, and it took me forever because I suck at After Effects. But since then, I have not touched After Effects a single time, and I don't have it on my computer because my school like took it away from me. So Connor does all the animations now. So
Yeah.
shout out Connor for doing the animations. I should probably get back on my grind so we can have more animated posts, but I'm just
Yeah.
pretty lazy when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Luke doesn't understand how long I spend animating stuff. I feel like, because I also do
I
the
def-
podcast too, and like,
Like I understand, but I also don't really care because it's like your choice. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna like criticize you or like I'll just say thank you and be like good job Connor because I remember back in the day you were kind of slacking. I was back in the day I was carrying this account.
yeah,
I'm just gonna say it plain and simple. But nowadays
yeah, I admit
Connor
it.
kind of carries. Connor kind of carries nowadays when it comes to editing at least. I think Connor's like a more technical editor I guess. Like he knows how to do things more. Like he knows how to use Photoshop better than me, but I'm more of like a better formatter, I guess. Like I have like better ideas in my head. Would you say that's true?
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're a better formatter, cause I'm just thinking of all the bad posts right now.
Yeah.
But like, you definitely have better ideas in your head, like of
Yeah, but
stuff to
sometimes
do.
I really cannot translate them at all. So that's what he's saying about the bad formatting. Sometimes I'll have this amazing idea in my head, but since
Yeah.
I don't know how to use like I know how to use Photoshop pretty well, but I'm I don't know how to use everything. I'm not super skilled at it. Like some people are super skilled at it.
Yeah,
Connor knows.
I wouldn't even say I'm super skilled.
Yeah,
at
you're
it.
not super skilled, but you know like the shortcuts and all like the
Yeah,
like I remember when I came over to your house for uh during the summer And I was like, oh, you can do that? I had no idea. Like, I said that to myself like 60 times because I just do everything like the old fashioned way on Photoshop. So sometimes it takes me a while to edit. But sometimes I can edit things so fast, it's ridiculous. Like, we were talking about it earlier. And I think, like, I remember I just remember this specific time. I don't remember what it was. But you were like, can you edit this? And it was like for some album review because you were like confused on what to do. And I did it in like 20 minutes and sent it back. You're like, what the hell?
I don't remember, but we'll probably come across it.
Yeah,
I remember that. Like I think I've done that a couple times. I don't remember exactly what review it was though.
I'm so stupid. I've been playing with like my bracelet this entire time. So if you hear all these like Playboy Cardi chain sound effects, that's what it was. I
Bruh,
got.
Luke. Okay, it's so
I have
annoying
fidgety
because
fingers.
yeah, and I'm the one who edits the podcast, and I have to edit all of Luke's stuff out, and he doesn't understand that like every little thing he does makes this loud noise.
It's just I have super fidgety fingers and I don't really like. I swear I don't control them. Like it's when I'm talking or like doing something, I am just always like doing something with my hands. It's kind of weird. I think I have autism or something at this point.
Yeah, I've thought that before too, but about me. Honestly, you should start to like edit the audio of these, and then I'll just do the visuals.
Yeah, maybe it's just I suck at Audacity. I always forget the control. I'll have to learn it before I do that, or I'm gonna accidentally delete my entire thing and rage quit.
Yeah, it's honestly like there's really not a lot to learn. I there's like four things I do. It's just time consuming. That's really all it
Okay,
is.
maybe I'll learn it.
Yeah.
You see, this is the behind the scenes of Luke and Connor. You're hearing it right now.
Yeah, this is behind a creative process. But the Stars review, like, so basically this Pink Row is like the best albums, or at least like Igor's my favorite album and Solace is my favorite technically song. And so like I was just like didn't really think that Stars fit here, but there
Yeah,
wasn't really
it's
anything else to do. But I agree with it more now. Like I used to be like, wow, this trash album is here with like these two legends, but I give
yeah,
it
I
more
love
respect.
Stars.
I give it more respect now. It's definitely not on their level though, but like it's still I guess it can deserve the spot here.
I was just super hyped when this was easily one of my favorite first listens of an album ever. When I listened to Stars, it just hit so much. It just hit way different, and I loved it. And I just wanted to review it fast as possible. So Connor's like, "Dude, we have to find some other like Pink album that's super good." I'm like, "There's like
Yeah.
three Pink albums in existence," and he wasn't gonna do any non hip hop except for Igor at the time. So I
Bro,
was
you
just
know
like,
what?
"We're doing Stars."
For the editing, you should have made the green like all pink, cause
I
the
coulda.
even Young Lean is like green, so you could have just recolored it all pink.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because I edited some of that post before we even made the feed. And I was just too
Oh,
lazy. It still would have taken 3 seconds just to change the hue,
yeah,
but
for real. It's okay, but
going.
that's what.
I was gonna say going back on the topic of solace. I
Uh,
always it's solace, right? I in my head I say solace, but I'm pretty sure it's solace.
it's
Whatever.
yeah. In my head, I say Solace, and I say
It's
Solace
just
out
I
loud to
think we
you.
both just have like dyslexia.
But
Um.
Solus also like makes sense. Like he's soulless. Like he doesn't have a soul because
Yeah,
he's so sad.
it could be like a play on words. You're
Yeah.
right.
But isn't solace like what the where like what's a
Yeah,
that
that's how you
has a
pronounce it.
definition, right?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it, solace. But it could
Yeah.
be solace, like just a play on words. But we can do we should do a solace like talk someday for our podcast because I
Yeah.
feel like we could talk about it for a while. But what I'm trying to damn say is I'm gonna make a vinyl for solace on this website. Basically, the side A is gonna be solace, and then the instrumental for solace, and then the B side is just gonna be random like Earl sweatshirt features that I like. And I'm gonna make that. It costs like $40, but I have to get some money first, and then I'm gonna do that. And you can like make custom art and things. So I'm gonna make like my own. It's not gonna be very like cool, but it's just gonna be like pink. And then I think I'm gonna do like a slightly like darker shade of pink, and then just put solace at the bottom, so that way it just doesn't look like a pink square. But we'll see.
A pink
I
square
have to
like
hit
on what?
Because you know how the actual album art is just like a pink square and nothing else.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm just gonna take that pink square and then I'm gonna like do a slightly darker shade of pink, and then I'm gonna make it say Solace like super big in the font we use on this post,
Uh-huh.
like all the way across the bottom. But I don't know how it'll look. I still have to edit it.
Oh, I kind of am getting an idea.
The thing is, what I want it to look like, I literally can't make it look like because I want it to be like the pink background will be matte, and then that Solace will be like shiny.
Oh, that'd
But
be cool.
since I'm making a bootleg, it won't look like that. It will just be one finish throughout the entire cover.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a mock-up because I'm getting an idea of how you could edit it. But
How?
these three pink albums are, I guess, pink albums, I don't even know. These three are the last, like, in our row of the random three. Like, the
Yeah.
random. Bro, what do you call it?
Bar? I don't even know.
Yeah, the bar feed. And then we start um, the infamous, what's it called, bro?
Collage.
Collage feed.
Collage feed.
Yeah.
This was like
What is that sound?
what sound?
You didn't hear that?
No.
Okay. Go back to whatever you were saying.
The collage feed. People either loved it or they hated it. Some of our followers are like, "This is the best thing you've ever edited. I am so proud of you." And then some people were just like, "What is wrong with you guys?" Unfollowing immediately. Which I get both. I think it's cool, but it's not anything that special. But it was super time consuming to make.
Yeah.
I didn't make like any of it, but Connor did. And you can see like Connor's like sanity going down as you scroll up
know,
it
bro.
because
I
the
started out
people
with
just
the
get
people
bigger
being
and bigger.
yeah, I started out with them so small, and like some of these it genuinely took like 3 or 4 hours just to edit the cover on them. And also, like, I hate the pen tool now. Like, I thought that I would get good at the pen tool from doing this feed, which I have, but I just dread using it now. And like Luke said, like as it goes up, the people's faces get bigger, so I'd have less and less to edit. Like, I was really stretching it on some of them. Like, some of them I'd finish and I'd be like, no, I have to like go back and like redo this because it just looked goofy how big I made their heads, and like compared to the start of it. But
Yeah.
it's real. Like, I wish the text, I figured out a way to pop it out more. Cause like when you look at it from just the feed, like not each post individually,
Yeah, it
it's
looks
really
kinda
hard
bad.
to it's hard to read which is which. It's kind of just like our feed, and then there's like this big messy spot in the middle. That's all this big collage that you can't make out anything, and then it goes back to regular feed.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, but at the time it was pretty cool. This
Yeah.
was kind of when we started to we just became so inconsistent with our posting schedule
Yeah.
during this time because sometimes we would post like 3 days in a row like we said we used to, and then some days it would actually no.
We had stopped posting 3 days in a row by here.
No, we did a couple times. Like I'm
Oh.
scrolling up it right now, and we were actually pretty consistent with it.
Oh.
Jeez, what the? I don't even remember. I thought we were super bad at it in this time, but actually, on literally every single row we did it.
We did 3.
What the? Yeah, except for one where we did it like a day after, but that doesn't really count.
Oh. Maybe
So
this
we were.
is. Oh yeah, no, I remember. We were like we would do 3 posts in a row up until when you and Nick came, and then that week that you guys were here, I think that's the first week that we didn't do 3 in a row.
Yeah,
'Cause,
we
like,
were
July
super
10th,
disciplined back then. Jeez.
July 13th, and then July 14th. So we just had like a 2-day break.
Yeah,
But that's
we're not really.
technically like the one of the first times we decided not to do 3 in a row.
We're
And
not really
that's-
gonna. Wait, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
We're not really gonna like talk about all the individual posts in some of these because we've accidentally went over like an hour already. We didn't want this to be that long.
Oh damn.
We've been talking about it way too long. But just some quick highlights of the collage feed. I think I'm just scrolling through it real quick. I guess rap albums talked about in history books was pretty cool. I liked the Kanye slide. And then we went on like a huge hiatus where we did not do any discography reviews, and then we did 3 in a row for some reason in this era.
Yeah.
And then I think the like top part of this feed, the best of 2020 Minecraft and the 2011 posts, that's a really good run of ours for like 3 posts in a row.
Yeah.
And after that, after this big feed, we have we're going back to like the bar feed, that's what I call it. And this has the first part of this is the first 3 posts. I was in Massachusetts with Connor when we made these. So that's a cool fun fact. If you listened to our lore video, you knew that. Or if you just were paying attention to our story, you knew that.
Yeah. You'd be
My
have to
brain
paying
is falling
attention for a
apart.
while to know that though. Basically, this bar feed is like the refined version of before. Like we came back at this one with so much more experience and just like better
Yeah.
editing and overall.
This is also when our posts because school started to start back up, when our posts started to just like we did so many posts looking back at it, but
Yeah.
now we barely posted in this era. But that's okay. I didn't really care that much. But I for notable posts, this one actually has a lot of notable posts.
Yeah.
Like the whole Off-White feed, every single post in the Off-White feed is good. Every single post on the Teens of Denial feed is good. Almost we had like no misses during this part, maybe except for King's Dead review. I mean King's Disease review. My brain is falling apart. I'm so tired.
Yeah, the King's Disease and Limbo review didn't do it that good, but fun fact,
Limbo review is pretty good.
the
I
Limbo
liked it.
review is the first one that you put emojis in the caption for.
You know whose idea was that? That was Peyton's idea. My
Oh,
girlfriend.
nice.
She
Good job,
she always
Peyton.
is like, she's like, you know, I created that. I'm like, yeah, you, yeah. So
I was gonna
she
do it for
contributed.
reels, but I literally am so like not creative. I couldn't think of any, so I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna try to even do this. But
I totally forget that we do emojis sometimes. Like I just like do it automatically at this point.
yeah, you've been
But
doing it for
this
a while.
this era is pretty great. This is a more recent era, but I love almost every single post in this. Some of them didn't do so well, but they're still great posts in my opinion.
Yeah,
And
it's got like my 3 favorite rows, which are like the GTA, and then the Off-White, and then the computer one, the Windows one. The
Yeah.
Windows one isn't even that crazy, but
it's
it's
just
just
nostalgic.
yeah, it is.
I like the website one, but the squares mess it up so bad. Like the little squares in the top right corner.
Yeah, the website one I like. It's just it's not on the same level. And then
Yeah.
the Teens of Denial one, like it looks nice. It's just kind of simple.
Yeah, it's simple, but I think it was a nice like fresh of breath air after the Off-White one though, because that's like one of our more like
Crazy.
yeah, that's one of our more like divisive ones, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word. I'm so tired,
don't
but it's
know.
the one that people hated or they loved.
Yeah.
Because some people thought it was the most cringe thing we've ever created, which I
don't-
totally get. Because
I mean, I
Off-
don't really get that. It's not like that cringe.
I don't. It's just because Off-White is like associated with cringe people.
Yeah, I guess.
But I think it looks cool. I like the aesthetic of it, and it blends blends together well. Jesus Christ, I'm falling apart.
Yeah. I made this feed in like 20 minutes. Like I literally did it so quick.
Yeah, you were so hyped to do it too.
Yeah.
A guide to cloud rap one. I remember I made that post, and it literally took you forever until we talked about all our posts in a row, like for 3 hours that one night, to realize that the clouds connect.
Yeah, I never realized that. I was just thinking that right now. The clouds connect and that whole thing. Like, how'd you even do that? Was it just like a really big picture of a sky?
No, I just found like a picture of a cloud, and then wait, let me go back to it, and then I like repeated it, kind
Oh.
of. I'm pretty sure. I don't even remember. I somehow did it. That's all that matters.
Nice.
And then our next feed is the feed that we just ended up finishing. It's like, I guess, our traveling feed. I don't even know what to call it. Our sky
Traveling.
feed. I don't know. We like travel through different things. I don't know.
I don't know. It started as like the gradient sky, which I really liked, and I thought we were gonna keep going with it for a while.
It's just we couldn't think of any albums to do
Yeah, we
after.
couldn't think of it. No, that's not true because I made an album and Luke said the editing was bad.
It was horrible.
It was
Sorry.
it was basically like the cloud ones.
It was worse than the cloud ones because we had no. It just like transitioned from nowhere because it was water. It was just the sea. It was just like the
Yeah.
water just popped out of nowhere. At least clouds make sense because like clouds are in the sky.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still think we should have done that one and just kept the feed going, but we didn't have any good ideas. And then we did it to space, and it kind of fell apart. But at the same, like, I feel like if we did it, the like space one and the clouds and all that, like going on back to the mountains, I feel like if we made that all it like planned and knew that it was gonna end up that way, it'd be a lot better. Cause we kind
Yeah.
of just like went row by row, and we're
Yeah, we just kept adding things.
yeah, instead of making it all like at once and deciding what to actually do.
I think
But
it turned out well.
yeah, when you flip your phone upside down and look at it, like it's pretty satisfying. At least like for us, no, like once we finished it, it was so satisfying to just look at it.
Yeah, I
'Cause
think there's some rough parts, especially like with the space dust thing, which is a whole nother fiasco, which we could honestly talk about for like 50 minutes because we had like a debate on whose was better, and then I sent it to like a group chat, and everybody said mine was better. I was like, guess what? I'm right. But
yeah,
now I don't really like it that much. I think it looks cool by itself when you actually go to like press on it, but like in the whole context of the entire feed, it looks kind of bad.
yeah, and then also it should be like one level higher. Like if you think about it, because it makes
Hmm.
more sense for like all that stuff to be like farther out in space, and then just regular like stars below it.
We started with the Yay Mountains and went into damn Flower Boy. I don't think people care about how space works.
Bro, you don't know anything. But
Post wise, this arrow is really good. I think
yeah, this is where like I don't I don't
this
even
is
know.
where we started. You know what? Okay, I'm getting off track again, but it's kind of crazy how this feed era started in September and ended in
Yeah, bro.
February.
Like I did not think that was that long. Like looking at the GTA feed, like that seems so much more recent than 6 months
Yeah, that
ago.
feels like 2 months ago, but it was literally the beginning of the school year so long
I
ago. But
remember I made that feed while on vacation the last weekend before school started. But like it doesn't feel that long ago.
that's so weird.
You were already in school by that point though.
Yeah, I was in school for like a month,
Yeah.
but it was online school, which is a total joke. So wasn't like actual school.
Yeah. I literally like it's I don't like it, but it's so nice just not having to like try in
Trust
school at
me,
all.
I would rather do online school if I could choose than actual school.
Yeah.
But I know that actual school is better for me and my actual like learning. It's just like online school is way too convenient for me.
I
It's
know.
just so nice to just wake up. But I'm going all back in person. Like everybody's back in person in like in a month. So
Yeah, that sucks.
it does. I think it's kind of stupid. They're doing it. I'm just gonna go on a little rant right now because it's 12:30 and I'm tired. They're doing it right after spring break. They're bringing every single person back to school right after spring break. That makes no sense whatsoever. It's after spring break. Everybody's traveling, catching diseases from North Carolina or wherever the hell they're going. And then they come back to school and bring it back to school right after spring break. Like, I would get it if it was like 2 weeks after spring break. That actually makes sense. But also, like, why are we doing it so late in the school year? Why can't we just wait till next year? Okay, whatever. No one really cares. And our final feed that we're in right now is this gradient thing. It's already growing off of me.
Really?
Yeah,
Dang.
I'm still gonna keep. I think it'll look better once we like clear out the rest of the feed. You know, how
Yeah.
like you can see it. I think once we do that, it'll look fine, but we'll see.
Yeah. This feed's gonna be revolutionary because unfortunate like it sounds kind of sad to say it, but like we'll be able to phase out the feed fillers
Yeah, eventually,
further on once it's like deeper
because we're just
down.
gonna have it infinitely connect.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we'll ever get to that point because we might just be like, I hate this feed. It
Yeah.
might just we change our opinions on what we do a lot.
Yeah.
So
We
we'll
said
see.
we said at a max we'll keep it. We'll change our feed like every 6 months, but literally like the way the what's it called? The way the collage feed edit like ended was because Luke was just like, yeah, I just wanted to make a feed now. I have an idea. So like if they kind of like change all of a sudden.
I'm glad the collage feed ended because if you had to edit the collage feed while I was there,
Yeah, bro. It was like
I would fall asleep.
like when you said you wanted to end the collage feed, like I just felt so relieved and happy and like it was just
That's-
so like peaceful because I didn't have to do all that. Like it's so much work to do all that every single day. Like I'd just be dreading it.
I think basically this episode's over. I think we should just talk about some of the posts in that long feed that we were just talking about. Some of the best posts are I'm not even gonna go over them. Every single post is good.
Yeah, there doesn't.
You know it. If you're listening to this podcast, you've probably seen every single post, so there's really no reason to talk about them. So
Yeah.
that was a little history lesson on our creative process. See you guys next week. We'll probably be talking about an actual album or something more music related.
Yeah.
So,
Comment anything like music related you guys want us to talk about.
and also next week, I'm going to try to stop saying basically, so, and I think and then or something. I don't know. I say three things so much. And also listening to the podcast, it makes me cringe so much. I don't know
Stop
how
tapping
people
your
listen
finger.
to this. Tapping my finger? I'm tapping my foot. I'm about to fall
Yeah,
asleep. I
stop,
need to
bro.
do it. Gosh. Okay, let's end this. See you guys next week.
Okay, bye.